Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, guys. Let's keep up with the euro currency analysis. You can see on the chart that our suspicions and doubts on the perspective of the significant upward reversal were not in vain, because usually when some verbal intervention happens, and yesterday we talked about the hint from the Donald Trump that the increasing of the tariffs against China could be postponed, and that was the positive news for markets across the world, and it has led to some bounce and some short-term dollar weakness. But as you can see, music short played, and yes, the action just shows how the fundamental things around the major targets works. So as we said, and we usually keep this rule, so the major target should be hit before any kind of a reversal or any kind of action that could follow. So the hitting of the target is the first, and everything else is second. That's why we said yesterday that, well, it's really not quite normal when the market turns up without touching the OPIE target. As a result, we have the significant drop yesterday. That was part of our trade. If you remember, in the beginning of the morning, we talked about Brent body, and Brent body hit the target, or even shows even better performance. So yesterday's session actually kind of has the tail close, and it's almost bearish reversal, because take a look, market creates the new top, but wasn't able to close below the lows. But still, it's really very, very close, and we could say that this engulfing pattern mostly has been erased. In current circumstances, guys, the OP target starts to work like a magnet, and personally, I wouldn't watch for any long position by far until market will hit the OP targets around 1230, 1235. That's our first objective on the euro currency. Since we haven't got intraday ABCD pattern based on the engulfing pattern, and engulfing mostly has been erased, it means that we should wait for reaching of the major target. That could provide support, at least attempt at taking long position here with a minor bounce, as reaction on the OP will be relatively safe. So you will be able to move your stops to the break-even, because usual reaction on the daily OP probably will be at least 30 pips, I suppose. So even later market will turn to attempt the breakout of these lows, because in general, guys, as you know, I have the bearish view on the euro currency on the high time frames, but it doesn't mean that some bounce up from the OP target can't happen. It could. So anyway, as I said, first destination point is the OP. So on the 4-hour time frame chart, what we have, our Brent body stop has worked perfect. This market has collapsed. Not even the 618 support has been hit. Market even creates the new lows. Could we treat this contraction as a double repo? Well, in the current circumstances, I suppose it will be not quite correct by many reasons. First of all, market has hit the major resistance area of the thrust. This is not good sign for the double repo pattern, because double repo suggests that the top between the two bottoms of the double repo market should not reach any meaningful fib level. This is the first. Second, take a look at the reaction when the market creates the new bottom. It's very, very weak, so we do not see any furious upward rally. We need to get, when you have the double repo, you need to get something of that sort. Why? Because this is actually works as the continuation of the bearish trend. So at this moment where this tendency starts and the traders take the shorts at the retracement, nobody knows that this is actually bounce of the dead cat. This is actually, everybody thinks that, well, everything stands good, something of that sort. So we have retracement on the thrust, downward continuation should continue. Here we were waiting for retracement, we have taken short, now we're standing in downtrend again, everything just perfect. But When the market wasn't able to pass through these lows, this turns to the capitulation, and market shows really fast upward action. Inability of the bears to proceed downward action, triggering the stop orders, leads to and entering, of course, the buyers leads to significant upward action. Here, we do not see something of that sort. So this is actually very weak reaction. This market is coiling around the previous lows. It makes me think that we can't use this as a double repo. Although by the shape, well, if we would like, we could speak about double repo look-alike or something of that sort. But in the current circumstances, it's really could be expensive adventure. And finally, third moment, we have the OPIE right below these lows. So this is, as you understand, deadly combination for taking the long position in current circumstances. So what we could get within the today's session, maybe today, tomorrow. So on the hourly chart, I would watch for some bearish continuation pattern here, or better to say bullish reversal. Why? Because take a look, extension of this leg that we saw yesterday is 127. Coincides with the daily OP target. Unfortunately, we can't talk about three drive or butterfly just because you can see this low stands under this one. But at the same time, we could wait for some minor pattern to be formed here. For example, market could form here the butterfly, hit the OP on the daily, and later this butterfly could turn to, for example, reverse head and shoulders pattern. That's a very possible scenario. If you will get the bullish reversal pattern at the OP, and after the OP will be hit on the intraday charts, on the hourly chart, for example. That could be the opportunity for taking scalp long position, because some pullback here could happen. But I wouldn't count on the really major bullish reversal. So some retracement, yes, maybe some pullback here. But EUR looks really heavy on the weekly chart, on the monthly, and here on the daily as well. That's why, despite the OP target is really not bad and should provide some support, but I wouldn't marry any long position here if even you will get a good bullish setup on the hourly chart for taking the long position. Some kind of the ABCD bounce, maybe even XOP bounce, ABCD XOP target, just the maximum that we could get here probably, at least based on the situation that we see right now. So that being said, first we are watching for a hitting of the OP. If you are scalp traders, after the OP will be hit on the daily chart, you could drop your time frame and search for a chance to go long on the bullish reversal patterns that could be formed on the hourly chart. So that's our short-term stop on the euro.